Hello everyone, I'm Amit. On behalf of Team Current Affairs Review, I welcome to this video. On the very onset, I must say sorry to you. This video should have been published on last Friday only, either on last Thursday or on last Friday. But actually, it was because of my personal problem only. I'm actually traveling too much. Even right now, you can see the setup in which I'm recording. This is not the usual setup. This is not the setup in which the previous video was recorded. I'm actually traveling. Right now I'm in Hyderabad, and within the makeshift arrangement only we had to record this video. So we couldn't come out with this video on time. Once again, on behalf of the whole team, I'm saying sorry to you. Anyway, let's start with the topic today. This is actually in continuation with the previous topic, the last video that we did on salient features of Indian society. This is the second part of that particular topic. It's the topic heading is unity within diversity. Now, what we mean by unity within diversity? No doubt, since especially the NCERT books since class 6, they have been telling us about this topic, unity within diversity. What are those factors which create this diversity in Indian society? And how, if the society is so diverse, then how the unity is being created within it? Well, I must say here, it's not diverse, rather it's plural. There's a difference, there is an inherent difference between being diverse and being plural. Okay. By being plural, what we mean is, in fact, India is said to be plural, not diverse, because of this notion of unity within diversity. If something, if say, I'm looking at different cultures, I'm looking at different approaches of people, but at the same time, somehow an inherent notion of a belongingness is there. We cannot call that an exactly diverse society. That's what India is. Yes, there is an inherent belongingness in the society. Something is there which is binding all of us together. We will be, in this video, we will be looking at those factors primarily. Now, obviously, from where is this plurality coming? The first point I'll be raising is geography. Yes, geography has been creating the differences in India. How come? Geography has a major influence on formation of the culture and the heritage in any part of the world. See, what do we mean by culture? Culture is actually a heritage, a body of knowledge which is passed on from one generation to another. That's what we understand as culture. Now, within this notion of culture, or if we say society as such, we do see distinct impact of geography. How? Say for example, the kind of clothes you wear, the kind of food you eat, the kind of impact that climate has on our mood. Say if the climate is very damp, you won't be feeling really very jovial in that condition, right? On the other hand, on a bright sunny day, early in the morning, you would be feeling very happy. Yes, climate or nature that impacts us. Clear? So, yes, geography has been creating its impact. And when I look at India, per se, it's not just about India. I would be looking primarily at the whole of South Asia, the whole of South Asia for that matter. What am I seeing? I'm seeing at least 7 major geographical regions. I'm looking at the Himalayas, right? They have their own unique nature. Then comes the northern Indian plains. Then the central highlands of India, starting from Chotanagpur, reaches till the plateau of Marwa region. It also covers the Deccan Trap region as well. Then comes the coastal regions. Then comes the desert region. Then comes the islands of India. the Northeastern Territory, they all have their own unique geographical feature, right? Not only the topography is different, but the climate is also different. As a result, yes, this particular difference in geography, topography primarily, topography, access to water, and climate, they have been creating differences in social customs, differences in way of life of people. They have been creating a difference in culture in Indian society. At the same time, again, the same topic, geography only. If I look at the whole of South Asia, especially the so-called Indian subcontinent. Why I'm saying so-called? Because number of neighboring countries, they had issues, especially politically. As a result, the political term has been changed. It has become South Asia, but still geographically we call this region as South Asia, as Indian subcontinent. Now, if I look at this Indian subcontinent, what am I seeing? I'm seeing a typically enclosed location. So diverse, but completely enclosed. How come? I'm going clockwise manner. At first, I'm looking at the northwestern part, Hindu Kush mountain ranges. Other than Khyber Pass and Torkham Pass, you do not have any connectivity with the other side, Central Asia, Afghanistan. Right? After Hindu Kush, I'm looking at the north, Himalayas. The average elevation is 6,500 meters. Even the jet streams, they do not blow exactly on top of Himalayas. They blow either to the north of it or to the south of it. World's highest mountain ranges. Clear? On the northeast, I'm looking at the Purvanchal Hills or the Eastern Hills. Similarly, in the southeast, I'm looking at Bay of Bengal. South, Indian Ocean. Southwest, Arabian Sea. As if geography has enclosed this location. Mother Nature has enclosed this location. Result, the people within, they had no option but to interact only among themselves. It is geography only which gave it its unique nature. We say India is a tropical monsoonal climate. Again, the reason is this particular enclosed nature. Clear? So, grossly speaking, it's Mother Nature only who kept on shaping us or our way of life. Now, after geography, the next most important feature here. So, anyway, while discussing geography, I think I have been able to elaborate how this is one particular feature which promotes both plurality at the same time the unity, the inherent unity within. The next feature that I'll be taking up is ethnicity. When I look at the Indian subcontinent, see how many different ethnicities we find here. We have people of Negrito origin, okay? There are certain other terms, they are not actually anthropological terms, so I would prefer not avoiding them. So I prefer avoiding them, okay? You know those so-called in terms, they are racially discriminatory. Let's not use them. The anthropological term is Negrito. I would prefer using that term really. I'm looking at the population which is who are inhabiting the Andaman Nicobar Island group. Okay, they're actually the cross cousins of the African pygmies, Jarvas, Unjays, Sentinelese, Champanes, Nicobaris. Along with them, I'm looking at the Aboriginal population in India. They are the cross cousins of Australian Aborigines. So they are normally called as Australoids. Simultaneously comes the Indo-Tibetan races, the Indo-Chinese races or Tibeto-Chinese races. Then comes the Dravidians who came from the Mediterranean region, the Mediterraneans or Dravidians, whatever you may want to use. Then comes the Aryans or Aryans. In southern India and in eastern India, the term Aryan would be used. However, in northern India, primarily we use the term Aryan. Similarly, we can talk about the Huns or Huns, whatever you may say. They also came to India. Then came the Yuchis, Kushanas. Kushanas were actually Yuchis. Then came the Shakas. Okay, one after another groups, ethnic people, they kept on coming to India. Clear? Turks, So this way, yes, India is a melting pot of so many ethnic people or so many ethnicities. Clear? Simultaneously, if I look at religion, the land itself has been the birthplace of at least four major religions. I'm looking at the rise of Hinduism, the rise of Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, at least. There are a number of other sects and other beliefs, right? But I'm saying even who had their birth here in India, but still I'm just looking at the major ones who got their birth in India, who for whom India is their birthplace. But they are not the only ones. If I say about the major religions of India, I'll also have to include Islam, I'll also have to include Christianity, I'll also have to include Parsi religion, Zoroastrianism, I'll also have to include Jewish religion. Let's see their stories. Christianity I'll be taking up first. Saint Thomas, one of the original 12 apostles, one of the original 12 disciples of Jesus, he comes to India. Where is his grave? Chennai, Santom Basilica. Just imagine, in fact, Saint Thomas is said to be the patron saint of India. Okay. I'm looking at a grave upon which a basilica is built today, which is there for last 2000 years. Saint Thomas is one of the original 12 disciples. So he was contemporary to Jesus. So from here itself we can understand that for at least last 2000 years that grave is there. Okay, near about 2000 years. And people they revered him, they protected the grave. A basilica came up, a very beautiful basilica came up. All these things are there. So Christianity in India, we can easily understand how long the tradition is. Simultaneously, if I look at Islam, I'm going to oppose the dominant notion that Islam came to India in 711 AD. No, sorry. Islam came to India in 629 AD. If you don't believe me, go to Google, check out for Cheraman Juma Mosque, Kerala coast. Prophet was alive during the time of Prophet. Only with his blessings this mosque was built. Okay. So Islam, even Islam has such a long tradition in India. Clear? Similarly, Parsi religion, Zoroastrianism. Originally the religion belonged to Persia, Iran. Just see today, in Iran they are the biggest persecuted community. This is just a handful of them remaining in Iran. But in India, this has become their natural motherland, and rightfully so. Their contribution in India's freedom movement or in building such a plural society of India, tremendous. For that matter, we all know the contributions of Dadabhai Nauroji. At the same time, Nauroji Fardunji, Behramji and Malabari. The whole city of Bombay or Mumbai today, primarily it was established by the Parsi people. And not only that, look at India's the business ecosystem here. I'm looking at the Tatas, I'm looking at the Premjis of Wipro, I'm looking at the Vadias, Nusli Vadia, Nes Vadia, Bombay Dine. You keep on naming them, Bartley Boys, so many Parsis and their contribution. Sam Manekshaw, the first Field Marshal of Indian Army, the general, the hero of 1971 war victory. He too is a Parsi. Boman Irani, you just keep on looking their contribution in the Indian society. Right? Same way, the Jews, whether in Mumbai or in Kolkata. Clear? So this way, so many religions, they have thrived here. Jews, when they were persecuted in their motherland, Israel, it was not Israel at that point of time. The tribe which practiced Jewish religion, they were known as Israelites. When they were persecuted from that land, a majority section went to Europe, a small section came to India. But the section which came to India can never ever complain of any kind of persecution. Why? India always believed in one particular philosophy, Sarva Dharma Samobhava. Okay? Now, this particular philosophy doesn't belong to any Vedant. No, I don't know how the origin came, but at least it's not from any Vedant. But this has been the dominant idea here. The original meaning is colloquially what we understand is by Sarva Dharma Samabhava that all the religions, they are equal. The actual meaning is that all the different paths, they lead to the same end. They lead to the same goal. Whatever may be the meaning. Clear? The meanings can be different. I'm not concerned about that. But the meanings are not actually different. Let me be very honest. The meanings are nearly similar. So, given that, we can easily understand how and why, especially, so many different religions, they thrived in India. People, they heartily welcomed these religions here, these different religions here. Why the Jews, they found India to be a comfortable homeland for such a long period of time. Okay. Similarly, culture. When I look at culture, the diversity, cultural diversity, I kept religion separate from the rest of the understanding of culture, although it is a part of culture. Anyway, within culture, I'm going to look at the diversity again. Say, for example, language. Just imagine how many different languages we speak. The Constitution of India talks about 22 official languages. They all are official languages. Okay? Though the government, the union government, they are supposed to work in Hindi and in English. But all those 22 languages, they are official languages of India. Schedule 8 languages. They are not the only languages spoken in India. Indian Council of Social Science Research, their survey says that there are 122 languages and 3,000 plus dialects. Just imagine the rich body that we have. Clear? The rich body of different languages. Various language groups. Ostic, then Aryan, Dravidian, Indo-Tibetan, Tibeto-Chinese, the different body of languages that we have. However, the dominant groups of languages are Sanskrit groups of languages and Dravidian groups of languages. So though we have so many different languages, since their origin are common, nearly common, either Dravidian or Aryan, result, on one hand the languages, they are dividing people as well, on the other hand they are uniting the people as well. Clear? Similarly, dressing style. You travel from Kashmir to Tamil Nadu and see the difference in dressing style. You travel from Bengal to Rajasthan, Gujarat, you see the difference in dressing style. I'm looking at people of Kashmir, primarily wearing cotton, woolen cloth, and so colorful and dark colors. Clear? On the other hand, when I'm looking at from Haryana to south, whether in the east, Bengal, Assam, or say in the west, Rajasthan, Gujarat, I do see, along with colors, the predominance of white color, white and cotton. Why? The tropical monsoon climate. Clear? At the same time, when I'm looking at people in the east, people in the south, across the east coast, I'm seeing their use of gamchi. Clear? Why? They sweat too much. The moisture that causes sweat too much. So they need to rub their sweat. At the same time, when I'm looking at northern Indian plains, Uttar Pradesh, especially western UP, Haryana, Rajasthan, Punjab, Gujarat, what am I seeing? I'm looking at headgears. Why? The heat, the scorching heat, to save from the direct exposure to sunlight, that headgear, right? So, in a sense, on one hand, I'm looking at the diversity. Say, for example, dhoti. A person wearing dhoti in Rajasthan or in Haryana, and a person wearing dhoti in Bengal or in Assam or in Tamil Nadu, are the styles the same? No. There is diversity, but an inherent similarity as well. What is the similarity? Dhoti, kurta, dhoti, shirt, the predominance of white color, use of cotton. Clear? So, obviously, I'm looking at the diversity and at the same time the unity. Similarly, I'm looking at food habit. Clear? Again, the difference. People in Jammu and Kashmir, they just see the kind of chili that they eat. Right? It's so hot. Again, go to the northeastern territory. The chili is eaten there. I don't know whether you know of a sauce. It's perhaps the hottest sauce possible. Bhut jolokia. Primarily from Assam. Extreme. The taste is extreme, I would say. Clear? But again, go to south. It's not so hot. The food is not so hot. It's spicy, but not so hot. Rather, the use of tamarind, curd, and all these things. Why? Heat and profuse sweating. They need to protect themselves from that excessive sweating and dehydration. Similarly, again, use of curd in northern Indian plains. At the same time, based on the rainfall, you'll be looking at the use of cereals. The areas having more abundance of rainfall would be going for rice. Those areas having less amount of rainfall, at first they would go for wheat, they would prefer to go for wheat. If not, ragi, millet, jowar, these kind of coarse cereals. So, yes, obviously, geography has been creating difference. Geography has been influencing the food habit, and the food habit is so different. But at the same time, rice, a little bit of rice and pulses along with ghee, you'll have everywhere, wherever you go. Even you go to Rajasthan, at the end of the food, they'll be having at least a handful of rice with pulses, dal, and a little bit of ghee. You go to South India, you'll be having a bit of rice, sambar, something, and in the beginning maybe a bit of gunpowder and ghee. Okay, gunpowder is a type of spice that they prefer having in the beginning of the food. They mix the gunpowder, ghee, and rice, and had it. They normally have it at the beginning. Okay, so yes, I'm looking at a commonality, an inherent commonality. Clear? Similarly, traditions. Right now I'm in Hyderabad now. There's a famous tradition here called Bonal. How it started? There was an epidemic in Hyderabad. Someone felt that the local goddess, she is angry with them, and that's why the epidemic happened. And they started the tradition of Bonal. It's one of the dominant traditions here. Similarly, you go to any place for that matter, and you'll be seeing difference in traditions. Local traditions would always be different. But at the same time, look at the commonness in festivities. I'm looking at the Dasera or Durga Puja or Navratri. At the same time, I'm looking at Diwali or Kali Puja. Clear? I'm looking at Holi. Or even for that matter, I'm looking at the same festivity called, or the similar kind of festivity called Lodi, Makar Sankranti, Pongal or Bihu. What is that? Harvesting festival. Clear? So yes, I am looking at an inherent unity. Clear? So no doubt these factors, they have been creating diversity, and at the same time there is an inherent notion of unity which has been integrating people. That's why we can say that the culture in India is so plural. Clear? That's the basic essence of the topic, and well, though this is the basic essence of the topic, I would like to do one thing here. One thing I would prefer to start here actually. I would prefer to look at the previous questions along with the discussion of the topic. From this particular area, there have been 3 questions asked. Every alternate year, I have found one question. First in 15, then in 17, then in 19. You can see the 3 questions given in the material. At the bottom of the material, the 3 questions are given. I'm taking up 2 questions here for discussion. The first question would be, This is the question of 2015. It says, describe any four cultural elements of diversity in India and rate their relative significance in building a national identity. Clear? So we have already discussed. You talk about language, you talk about dressing style, you talk about food, you talk about traditions. You can also talk about geography for that matter. Clear? And the way they have been uniting people and creating the national identity of India. Simultaneously, I'm looking at the question of 2017. The question says, in the context of diversity of India, can it be said that the regions form cultural units rather than the states? If you have carefully been listening to this video, I told you from in the beginning only that how geography, it influences the local culture. Clear? Geography, the very basis of a region, how that impacts the culture of the region. That's the topic from which we started. And as a result, let's look at the different regions in India. Right? I'm in Telangana right now, Hyderabad. But Telangana was previously part of a bigger state called Andhra Pradesh, no? Andhra Pradesh could actually be divided into three parts: Telangana, Simandhra, Rayalaseema. Seemingly, the culture in the three regions, they are just the same. At least they speak the same language, Telugu, but different dialect. And if you look minutely, the cultures are also different. Similarly, I'm looking at Karnataka. I'm looking at 5 different regions: Mysore, Karnataka, Kurg region, Hyderabad, Karnataka, coastal Karnataka, and one more region is there. I'm losing right now. Anyway, there are all these different regions in Karnataka as well. Similarly, I'm looking at Maharashtra. Okay, when I'm looking at Maharashtra, I'm looking at Marathwada, Vidarbha. I'm looking at Rajasthan. I'm looking at Mewar and Marwar. I'm looking at UP. I'm looking at Purvanchal, Bundelkhand, Awadh, Paschimanchal. And even in between that, I'm looking at Vrij, Mathura, Vrindavan, that region. I'm looking at Bihar, I'm looking at Mithila, and I'm looking at Bhojpur. Clear? This way, wherever I'm looking at, I can distinctly divide the culture based on the region. In fact, Bundelkhand I was talking about, na, in the southern part of UP. If I look at Rewa and those particular districts of Madhya Pradesh, I can easily attach them with Bundelkhand. So Bundelkhand, the Bundeli culture, is not only a culture of Uttar Pradesh, is also a culture of Madhya Pradesh. That region, Bundelkhand region. So a region is becoming far more an unit of culture rather than a state. States are not coterminous with the regions. Clear? So that's how to approach this particular question. I would genuinely be asking you, if you're an aspirant of UPSC, please try to write those questions and communicate with us. Our email ID is given there in the About Us section of the website. I'm also telling you, it's info@currentaffairsreview.com. Please communicate with us. Please send us the answers if you're writing. If you have any difficulty, again communicate with us. Feel free. You can also WhatsApp us on the number that we have. Let's try. Let's be more interactive if we can. Right? If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, and also hit the like button. If you've already if you've already hit the subscribe button, there is one bell icon on the side. Please hit that as well, and please follow our page on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook. Thank you.